So we teach that the Word, that is the Son of God, did assume the human nature in the womb of the Blessed Virgin Mary. So let's just kind of stop there and unpack what's going on there a little bit. Now, first we have that phrase, the Word, or the Logos, and this is how John introduces Jesus in the beginning of his gospel. And so he says that the Word was God, the Word was with God, the Word was God. And the phrase that he uses is Logos. Now, Logos is a very interesting term because it has kind of a twofold meaning. When you look at that term Logos, there's the Jewish background, and then there's the kind of Greek background of what's going on there. And I think John is really incorporating both of those when he's talking about words. So for the Jewish background, he's going back to creation in John's gospel. So when he speaks about the Word of God in the beginning, what he's trying to tie that to, the natural implication for the Jews, what's going to arise in their minds, is the fact that God spoke and everything was created. It was God's speech. God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. So that notion of the Word for the Jewish mind is going to connect to the Word of God in creation, especially because John ties Jesus as the Word to creation. So John, in calling Jesus the Word, for the Jewish mind, what he's doing is saying he is that through which God himself created, and he's divine. He's the divine Word of the Father. And then we do have this Trinitarian structure there too. We've got the Father speaking, so we have the Word, which is Christ, and then we have the Spirit hovering over the waters as well in the creation narrative. But there's also this Greek background of the Logos, which is a term that's used by Plato, and especially in Middle Platonism and then later Neoplatonism, which refers to something like a divine reason. There's a bit of a broad range in terms of what Logos means, but it's something that is divine. So you do see at least a lot of, even the early Christian philosopher, someone like Justin Martyr, who grabs onto that term and talks about Jesus as the kind of reason of God or the mind of God. And the Logos, for a lot of Platonists, is this kind of mediating factor between us here and God, or this world of the forms or the ideas. So there is a notion of the divine reason as some kind of mediating force, even in Greek thought as well. So what John is doing in grabbing this term is tying it together and kind of saying Jesus is that which Jews have spoken about, which they've seen from the beginning, and which Greeks are searching for, that thing that connects them to this transcendent realm. This is all found in Jesus.